Thank you for watching. Please do share, like, and subscribe for more content. And here we go.
Nobody has the likes of these.
Not even Bocek?
Not even Bocek. And these...
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Ha! Even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, we have a new guest. I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without a by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
You're exaggerating, like you've always done.
Me? Exaggerating? You're the one who turned my home into a house of ill repute. Your whores wandering around as if they owned the place.
Oh, actually, anything fun was strictly banned under your roof. But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. Then maybe you wouldn't be such a bitter old grouch.
Dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough!
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Oberyn, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson, and he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son...
Are you kidding me?
I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame.
1 second. Give me a second. Alright, let's keep going then.
As always. Suit yourself then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. They don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see?
This is always embarrassing.
Room for us. We'll just settle a very...
Before I do that, I want to make sure he has a lot of shit too. Wow, I didn't know that. Seriously, you can't change Godwin clothes. Is this a joke? If I can't change his clothes, maybe I can change his armor. What about boots though? Can I change his boots? Okay. Can't read things right now. I don't know what else to do. Weapons. Damn it, I don't have any special weapons.
It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Si usted pudiera, non Pablo usted.
I'll sort you out
Joke.
nicely.
Si usted pudieras, non Pablo usted.
They teach you that in the seminary.
Stand firm. Otherwise, the first strike will put you on your arse.
Enough. That will do.
Good day.
Greetings.
Crazy man.
Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Why? Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me and tell me what it's all about.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
That's crazy how his brother is so young. Is that mother? Hilda, nobody's wanna talk to me, okay. Sarvandasha, Garth. Who am I supposed to talk to now? Oh, bad breaks.
Godwin, you wouldn't be avoiding me. We didn't have much time for conversation on the way here. Let's rectify that.
With pleasure, sir. As it happens, there's something I'd like to ask you. What are you expecting from today's gathering, my lord?
Well, I have no great expectations. But, all going well, we may be able to establish some joint steps towards the future. As long as we proceed without prior agreement and mutual support, we will be very unlikely to achieve any progress.
I couldn't help but notice your son has a bit of a talent for getting into trouble.
To put it mildly, but not to do him an injustice, knowing young Lord Capon, he undoubtedly contributed to that
Wait a
more than a
second.
little. Although, if they didn't pull
That's
each
his
other out
father.
of trouble,
That's Henry's
God knows
father.
where they'd be
Damn.
now.
Wise
Would have
words.
thought.
Still, Henry's come a long way on a thorny path. I trust
Damn.
you're rightfully proud of him.
You know, I am. And Martin would also be glad, even though Henry chose a different path than he.
May God grant him eternal rest. Where did you leave Sir Divish? Surely he's not too old to miss out on such an event.
Haven't you heard? Lady Stephanie is with child. No one even imagined Divish would produce an heir at his age.
As they say, doesn't matter who needed the dough, as long as there's a pie in the oven.
Godwin,
Well, it could be a miracle. Praise the Lord!
That's very weird. Hanush of life.
May I have a word with you, sir?
You? Anytime. With you, at least, there's some sensible conversation. Unlike this pack of conceited upstarts.
Have you got something against the Kuttenberg nobles?
Their forefathers lived up to their ears in dung. But thanks to the royal mines, they were born with silver spoons up their asses. And they think that can turn their blood blue.
But surely they're not all like that. And they are our allies.
Allies or not, someone ought to show them their place.
Young Lord Capon is finally free again. Let's hope he'll take better care of himself now.
He got a harsh lesson. But at least he might remember to lay off that tomfoolery of his for a while. But if not, war will make a man of him soon enough.
Do you think there's really going to be a war? I mean a proper one, not just sitting around and talking about it.
I sincerely hope so. Whoever sits around risks nothing. It's time to get off our asses and take action.
What do you think about Yost?
Are you testing me? Jobst called this assembly and he wants things to turn out well. We have to trust him.
To turn out well for whose benefit, though? Some are up to their elbows in silver and blood, so others can live in freedom.
Better make sure you're among the latter then. And in the meanwhile, help the former to keep their losses to a minimum.
Right, Devil. Let me talk to him too. You're not gonna talk to me, bro? Okay. How's me? Do I have anything else here to talk to? Why am I all encumbered? Can I change my clothes in this one? Godwin cannot change clothes. Made a wish come. No bullshit.
the Lord be with you.
Mine? Sir Bullshit, I need to speak with you.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put it clean.
Seriously.
The Ops comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for it.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men at arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men at arms is a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money.
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutard.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
I'd be honored to oblige. I'm in my prime.
Forget about it. Even if by some miracle you could manage to sire children, you'd die before you could raise them.
The truth doesn't offend me, but I had to give it a try. How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, women are fighting him. Yitka will like him, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh? On the other hand, the lords of Leipa have a good reputation, and Harish can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
So, will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Harish is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Damn.
Pushing a friend to tie a knot to save the kingdom. Things have come pretty close.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Harish.
Ah, this guy.
You seem a bit out of sorts. Anything wrong?
Oh, these grand aristocratic assemblies are nothing for me. I'd be happier if they just told me in the morning how it all went and what my boys have to do next.
But then you'd miss all the grub and the booze. And the gossip.
Oh, have you heard anything interesting here?
It seems Liechtenstein's looking for allies. For his own ends.
And how's he going to do it? Didn't you see them all fighting tooth and nail here just a while ago?
Well, different approaches work with different people.
The only approach that'll work with Sigismund is open resistance. Maybe on the field of battle?
Let's hope young Lord Capon manages to stay free for a while longer. Ever since leaving Ratai, he's gone from one pile of trouble to another.
That's one thing you can always count on him for. I'll gladly wager with you he'll end up in some other shit by evening.
God forbid. Henry's not here now to pull him out of it.
In that case, it'll be up to you. I'm sure you wouldn't leave him to disgrace himself in front of him.
A lot of people think the wealthy burghers will stick with Sigismund, whether out of fear or convenience.
Well, that's to be expected. As long as Sigismund has the city council under his thumb, no one will rock the boat.
Well, at least there's a few individuals here, like Rotard.
Sigismund confiscated his castle and half his estates. That'd be enough to make a man mad. Not to mention that his son was killed in the siege of the city.
That's insanity. Yeah.
What's taking so long?
We'll save it just in case. Never know. On that.
Sir, I don't believe I've had the honor.
Nor I, until now. I am Sir Conrad, Lord of Wächter. And you are the heir to the Lord of Rabosh, are you not?
Used to be. My father somewhat disowned me some time ago.
And I used to be the Royal Mint Master, until the King decided to replace me.
Are you going to support the Margrave's proposal?
I haven't quite decided yet. It's true that displeasure against the King is noticeably growing in Kuttenberg, but if our rebellion were to come face to face with Sigismund's army, I'd be risking my future, if not my life.
Do you think you might get your position as Mint Master back again?
I doubt it. Half the town hates Vavak, but no one would even think of saying a word against him. And he knows that his security stands and falls with his function, so he clings to it tooth and nail.
We've got quite a bit in common, wouldn't you say?
More than you think. If my memory doesn't deceive me, you serve as a parish priest. So I recollect, at least, from my recent discussions with Martin.
Served. That's in the past.
Even so. Before King Wenceslas appointed me his mint master, I was a priest. I was even being groomed to become a bishop.
And now look at us. We have cast off our robes and merrily hatched plots against Sigismund.
There's no point in waiting for divine intervention. On the contrary, the current state of affairs demands quite a secular approach.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Conrad or Wächter. Clearly, he crowned Sigismund as the king after death of Wenceslas. Damn. He's a real character of the story. Okay. Good manling, can I have food? Nope, but yes.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer!
That's exactly why.
Nothing here to do. This is a guard.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yod's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ! Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein's after.
How do you know Liechtenstein's behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans, but they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary, seize his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
You manage large estates. In return for your generosity, we offer you protection.
I've managed quite well up to now, taking care of my own resources. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
What happened? Okay then.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Harman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odoran's groom has eyes everywhere.
Alrighty then. Come on, Chicha. Keep it moving.
Take a look at that. A nightingale surrounding my hall.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Young Lord Capen is going to get married.
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide. I'm not going to support some bastard.
You misunderstood my meaning. I was the one who arranged the betrothal. I mean, with your blessing.
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just like that? With who?
With the niece of Sir Buchek, Lord of Kunstadt. Her name's Yitka.
Buchek of Kunstadt? The Buchek of Kunstadt? Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. Now let's drink to it, shall we?
Sure.
Cheers!
Cheers to you, and to your parleying skills.
This is weird, but I guess will work. Oh, okay. Where am I supposed to go now? Somebody else wants to go.
What's that? What brings you here? Greetings. What do you need?
Aren't you a bit bored?
What's your problem? The horses are fed and watered. I'm not idle.
God forbid. But standing around here must be a pain in the arse, no? You might get thirsty.
Not really. What of it?
Shall we roll some dice? I'm sure you can take a little breather, eh?
Well, all right. Just for a little while. I'll wait at the table over there. Hey, you! What are you doing here? No one's allowed.
I'm here on a matter of Lady Anna of Waldstein's. It's very important.
And what would her ladyship want in this here shed?
I'm supposed to stick this message here into Hammond Alder's things. Lady Anna went as red as a poppy when she gave it to me.
Lady Anna is interested in Alder. I thought she couldn't stand it.
The lady doth protest too much, methinks. You know what I mean.
All right. Go ahead and slip it in somewhere. We don't want to stand in Cupid's way. I've been waiting for you. And the dice, too.
Somehow I'm no longer in the mood for it.
That makes two of us.
Alrighty, this thing is saved. Now I can go upstairs? More upstairs. Noble.
Your Grace, may I disturb you for a moment?
Certainly.
Godwin, I came with the lords from Rattay.
Now I remember. Forgive me, there are many guests, and I only have one head.
Lord Liechtenstein asked me for help, in our collective interest. But if you'll allow me, sir, I'd like to ask you a few questions, so I'm clear about what I can do to help.
Indeed. And what would you like to know?
Your plan, if I may be so bold, has a few gaping holes. Sigismund may attack anywhere and any time, and we have no way to defend ourselves. You want to wait, fine. But you should at least give some assurance to the lords that they'll live to see it through.
You amuse me, Godwin. A parish priest teaching the Margrave of Moravia about politics. I know you mean well. But try to look at it with cold reasoning.
I'd reason better with an army at my back.
Do you realize how much such an army costs? The gentlemen here have trouble agreeing about much lesser sums.
And if a way could be found, and the means,
Before that happens, Sigismund will take his shoes off and head off to Rome barefoot.
do you still think the lords will agree at the end of the day? I'm beginning to lose hope.
That's the way of politics. Some are persuaded by silver, some by a well-chosen word. Others are convinced by tempting promises.
And if none of that does the trick?
Such cases usually end in quarrels between former allies, while the enemy is laughing up his sleeve.
John of Liechtenstein is acting in your interest, isn't he?
That was the original agreement. And on the outside, it still looks that way, I trust.
I understood that he was on our side.
Yes, he is. Only, he is slowly starting to act more and more on his own initiative.
Although, that doesn't have to be a bad thing, does it?
He still lacks the experience to be capable of evaluating some situations. But he is persuasive, and easily wins people to his side. Unfortunately.
But it was you who sent him to Kudenberg, wasn't it?
True. But I certainly never told him to hole up in the Jewish quarter and pursue his own private plans there. And by doing so, he put both himself and our common interests in jeopardy.
I wasn't expecting to meet the rabbi of Kudenberg here.
Really? Half of Gutenberg has accumulated debts with usurers that they cannot repay, or even do not intend to. The rabbi knows his people are under threat, and that Sigismund will not protect them if something should befall, similar to what happened in Prague.
So they naturally took a stance against Sigismund.
What's more, if Wenceslas regains the throne, they can expect him to reward them.
On whose side do the wealthy burghers stand?
From the entire elite of Gutenberg. Only Kunzel and Rutard and Haman Alden have come here. Not that I'm surprised. The king keeps a close eye on them through the city council, seeking the slightest pretext to confiscate their wealth.
But if Rutard and Alder can be persuaded...
We don't need to convince Rutard. And Martin is already working on Alder. But he might be pushing a little hard.
That didn't went anywhere, to be honest. What do you want to say, crazy father?
Sir Kunzman, I haven't yet had the pleasure.
You're Godwin, aren't you? I've heard about you from Martin.
Oh dear.
Have no fear. I know Martin well, and I know he's prone to exaggeration. Anything I can do for you?
I expect you know Lady Anna of Waldstein well.
Why wouldn't I? She's joined at the hip with my daughter Rosa.
I hope she doesn't feel unwelcome here. I've heard she's a bit of a thorn in the side for some of the gents here.
To her own relatives, certainly. But I'll tell you one thing. I knew her husband Wenzel, and he married her out of love. And I cared for him devotedly till the day he died. And it wasn't a quick death.
So it's not true what they say? That his demise was convenient for him?
Vile slander. People just can't forgive her for coming into a fortune as a young widow.
Will you support Margrave Yobst's plan?
That depends on what it is. If he decides to just wait, then no. I can't take that risk any longer.
Do you think we should look for help somewhere else?
I came here for one reason alone. To hear a plan of attack against Sigismund. If Jobst doesn't lay one out before me, I'll try and find someone more courageous.
What do you think of the rabbi's offer? The Kuttenberg Jewish community is large, and their support could change everything.
Or nothing.
Yep, that's true.
To be honest, I'd no idea what to expect of the rabbi's offer.
He said he was interested in an alliance, though, didn't he?
Aye, but still he must be aware that whatever happens, it won't change the lot of his people.
So you don't trust him?
And isn't it natural? It's not just faith in the walls of their quarter that separates us. They live in our city, but they're more foreign than the Germans or the Hungarians. God be with you.
Well, we don't know. Christopher Alden. It's supposed to be more than that, right? Well, I can talk to Noble on that. Gosh.
How are you getting on so far?
Aside from the happy family reunion, everything is going according to plan. Thanks for asking.
I'd almost forgotten about that little detail. But fortunately, it wasn't too much of a fuss.
Father is getting old. There were times when he could keep yelling at me half the day.
Keep it up. We've still got a lot of work to do. Just don't overdo it with the wine. No one takes a walking wineskin seriously.
Spoke with him. Talked to Samuel.
Everything all right? You look a bit out of sorts.
I can't wait for it to end so we can get out of here.
Would you tell me something about your community? I haven't found out much so far.
What can I tell you? It was never exactly glorious. And now especially, everyone is quaking that what is still left to us will be taken away.
Surely it won't be that bad.
There are many fools who would rather take out their gore on us and start to fight among themselves. In times of uncertainty, it is always the sons of Israel who are the first to be stricken.
I reckon you'd have to be pretty brave to come and mingle with the Kuttenberg lords.
Or pretty pissed off.
Or that.
We will leave as soon as we can. Anyway, all of these worthy gentlemen will be relieved when we are out of sight.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet!
Finally.
You don't have to announce it to everyone.
Lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
Alrighty then. Get up the reputation. Oh, lady. It was black. Save the game again.
Take a look at that. A nightingale surrounded by hawks.
Now they were going to start. Where the hell is this? Let me open the map. Get a support from Boschak of Kunstad. Oh, he's here.
Saboshek, your niece Yivka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yika and the unhappy
Hopefully he
Lord.
doesn't fall off.
Here's to a good bargain.
Good bargain.
At least you have some stories.
It seems like this went well. Where the hell is he? Be right back.
At other times, I would celebrate hearing you admit a mistake, Margaret. And if I were you, I wouldn't lose faith just yet. Sometimes all you need to do is send the right man to whisper the right words into the right ears. Not at all. I manage nothing. But I have found someone who could pull a thorn out of our side and get some influential people to join our cause. At other times, I would celebrate hearing you admit a mistake, Margaret. But if I were you, I wouldn't lose faith just yet. Sometimes all you need to do is send the right man to whisper the right words into the right ears. Not at all. I manage nothing. But I have found someone who could pull a thorn out of our side and get some influential people to join our cause.
Christ, what's the hold-up?
At other times, I would celebrate hearing you admit a mistake, Margaret.
Innkeeper, a beer!
But if I were you, I wouldn't lose faith just yet. Sometimes all you need to do is send the right man to whisper the right words into the right ears. Not at all. I manage nothing. But I have found someone who could pull a thorn out of our side and get some influential people to join our cause. At other times, I would celebrate hearing you admit a mistake, Margaret. But if I were you, I wouldn't lose faith just yet. Sometimes all you need to do is send the right man to whisper the right words into the right ears. Not at all. I manage nothing. But I have found someone who could pull a thorn out of our side and get some influential people to join our cause.
Okay, back with it. Let's do this.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bojek of Kunstad will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords,
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Alrighty. Keep on life is crashing down.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
And we're here. Is he? No, he's not.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields?
Just want to keep things clear. Oh.
And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Margaret,
Could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the City Council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else.
Damn, that was intense.
The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Shit. We're still stuck there.
Between the two of us, Margaret, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you are harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here.
I'm sorry.
He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had healed him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest...
I want to understand what's the difference between want to understand. Charles IV. He married 4 children, had 13 children. Damn. And the most famous were his son Wenceslaus and Sigismund, who ruled the royal lands after him. Wenceslaus in Bohemia, Sigismund in Hungary. Okay, that's what it means. Fictional character. Zizka, when bearing his name, played a role in Zizka's life. Probably his mother, although it's not certain as sources name her Joanna. We know more about Second Catherine, the provincial land registry belonging to Georgia, America, quiet farm, Sherlock, and dowry. They even had a daughter, although named her after Catherine's death. Zizka married yet another Catherine. Again, we do not know anything about her. Zizka inherited her property after death. Damn. I want to see. He was the son of Charles IV, born by Sigismund, on the throne of Bohemia and ruled the Roman Empire. Was not efficient politician as his father. He was criticized through behavior during his lifetime, despite being prepared for leadership. Childhood, he plagued by many illnesses and later preferred spending time in leisure rather than fulfilling. This led to many conflicts and wars, especially with his relatives, with his cousins, Jobs, Prokop of Luxembourg. He fought so-called Margaret wars over states in Moravia with his brother Sigismund. He fought for sovereignty. His legitimacy as a king was repeatedly questioned by nobility. Because of the unwillingness to keep his commitments, he was captured first by Bohemian nobility, then by his brother Sigismund. Wenceslaus initially supported the reformers' proposal for Jan Hus, later sided with the Pope. In fact, he allowed the largest civil uprising in Europe, the Hussite Wars, to break out, which he did not live to see, as he died in 1419. After his death, Sigismund took the crown. Okay, that's what happens. Otto IV is called young. Well, Trotsky was a member of League, the son of Otto. Born against, as well as a daughter, he had one son, going to died out by his sword. Okay. Jobs. Who's Jobs to Moravia? He even reigned Holy Empire for 15 weeks. He was the son of John Henry of Luxembourg and nephew of Emperor Charles. He secured his position. Initially, he supposed Sigismund, Luxembourg on his quest to Bohemian to crown, as this granted him nobility and many privileges, ensured future influence should King Wenceslaus be disposed. In 1402, however, the situation changed, perhaps due to the influence of his brother Prokop. Jobs eventually stood against Sigismund and played a leading role in the King Wenceslaus liberation. The Jobs even ran for the position of Holy Emperor against Sigismund towards the end of his life and won. He did not enjoy the title for long, however, as he died shortly thereafter, despite being a very able both politically and economically, having significant support for nobility. By time of events of our game, he was in deep in debt. Okay. King Sigismund. I need to understand what Sigismund. I guess Rosa Rutar.
The traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway.
The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they have to be willing to make peace, at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary.
Okay.
If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret.
Is it finished? Damn, I'm stuck in a very
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
Alrighty then.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the council was meeting, Berghoff and his men set out for Rabush. Alderin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odalin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of them.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabush falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
To bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory.
Why the hell Henry?
And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Relax, Henry. Rabosh. Fortress.
Margaret lost. That was going with us. Nah, certainly. They left a long time ago. I swear to God.
Now close our doors for the evening. People here know what to do. There'll be plenty more tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday.
What the hell is happening?
Must be made in the tree. Irish priestess going to be sweating like the old days. Mary trumpets open. Hallelujah.
Have you lost your hearing?
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Oh, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See now. I'll gladly drink to that with you. Only there's nothing to drink. We've run dry.
Fuck. I've got a tongue like a slice of week-old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the cake.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends.
Seriously.
And left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
I can't even see things clearly. Okay, I can't go outside.
Strong words. I thought your Alicia was brown-eyed, though.
What? You're talking about fucking figures, mate.
There's fools here too.
How'd you like a wine, Chevalier?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition in La Belle France.
Of course, you're crazy man.
Recipes are passed on from father to son, and each generation brings them to perfection. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many I have tasted. Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
I expect his lordship had the best barrels rolled out. Now, if you'd only known he had a real connoisseur here.
Best barrels! Mon ami, this wine would perhaps be suited to the infirmary, where it would suffice for cleaning wounds and easing pain. For that, the taste is of little consequence. Give me 100 knights in full armor, and I will clear my name. I will charge the enemy with cavalry, break through their lines, and capture.
I'm filled with grief. The roast was calling out.
Where the hell is he?
To be eaten.
Where's his father?
Good wine on the table. Compelling
Seems like he's not here though. Rabbi.
Do you get it, Father? Please, call me Rabbi. Or Lord Cape. Oh, whatever. Fuck it.
And let's drink to the future of Lady Rick. May her marry.
Where the hell is...
You young men, you should rejoice that you are to be married.
Priest! Christ, son much dust.
Sorry, have you got some time to spare?
From cleaning up this pigsty? Any time.
I've come to rescue you from work and responsibilities.
Really? Why don't you save that sweet talk and tell me what you want?
Well, it occurred to me we could maybe spend a little time together.
Of course. What else? Do you play dice?
You mean strip dice?
You strip if you like. Either way, you end up bare ass and with an empty purse.
All right. Let's have a game.
I've heard about you, but you can't beat me.
Okay. What the hell? One.
And why would he do that? If he was so craven as to run away from the first army that crossed his path, he would never have made his all the way here. But this won't be just any army. An army like the likes of which this country's never seen before. You're living in a tree, bud. It's only going to be a scarecrow to keep Sigismund from murdering your lords one by one.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
Are you kidding me?
That'll work.
I'm telling you, give it a year and Sigismund will be gone. And I'm telling you, we
Hopefully I'll do it again.
that easily. Everyone's being too hopeful.
Ah, damn it.
Just like that.
And why would he do that? If he was so craven as to run away from the first army that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way here. But this won't be just any army. It'll be an army like the likes of which this country's never seen before. You're living in a tree, bud. He's only going to be a scarecrow to keep Sigismund from murdering the lords one by one.
Alrighty then. Are you kidding me?
That's
She
enough
won.
for me.
And why would he do that? If he was so craven as to run away from the first army that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way here. But this won't be just any army. An army like the likes of which this country's never seen before. You're living in a tree, bud. It's only going to be a scarecrow.
Don't tell me she's gonna win. Is it a joke?
Good game.
I need help with something. Do you know where I might be able to find the wine bitches? I mean the ones with the really good wine that the Lord saves for his nearest and dearest.
And you're one of those?
I should say so. I'm his son.
And I'm the king's daughter. Anyway, I don't know nothing about no wine. In case you haven't noticed, I'm sweeping the floor, and I'm about to mop up vomit. Try asking my mom. She's the cook here.
Seriously, wasted so much time.
First army that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way here. But this won't be just any army.
Who's talking shit?
Greetings. Can't it wait till morning?
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. But are you busy?
What do you think? A fortress full of hungry mouths and half of them noble lords accustomed to all kinds of debauchery.
I haven't eaten so well in a long time. Lord Aldrin was fortunate in his choice of cook.
He didn't have to choose me. My old ma spent her whole life in this kitchen, and my grandmother before her. God rest them both.
Wait, you Kvieta's daughter, Madlenka.
It's been a long time since anyone has called me by that name. I was afraid you'd forgotten me.
You haven't changed at all.
But I have. And you've changed too. You left a haughty young pup, and now you return...
An old dog.
Not at all. The years have been kind to you.
Why don't we go somewhere together? Somewhere private. And reminisce about the old days.
You really haven't changed at all. You all go and have a drink and stop chasing girls. I mean, it's embarrassing at your age.
Where might I find a really good wine here?
Why? You don't like the stuff from the kegs?
It's not for me. One of the distinguished guests asked for it.
Aha. If you go down the cellar stairs, you'll see the pictures lined up on the table. It's Lord Odorin's best. He's drunk plenty of it himself today.
Alrighty, finally, she took his old maid daughter and she became the maid herself, cook. Where the hell is the picture? Oh. Red wine.
The red'll be good, I hope.
Yeah, most of the people like red. Are you farting? Who the hell farted just now?
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you feed it with? It looks more like a damn
at the house.
bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to this celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I knew something's gonna be bad.
Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Oh shit. I knew something was gonna happen. Of course, something always goes wrong, right? Isn't it?
Jesus! That's a rising trouble! Can't make it on this alright.
What the hell? Is this a joke? Let me try again. It got stuck in the happy cocoa. This shouldn't have happened. Anyways, let's go with it.
Jesus!
I had a suspicion about it. Can I change my? Nope. Can I change anything? Brew. Chamomile brew. Increase energy. Protect your brother. Oh shit, why the hell he keeps dying? Yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hang on, let me change the clothes first. Okay, I think I'm ready. Let me eat something before everything goes shit. Vitality is not there yet. Marksmanship. Strong air soap. Okay, I think I'm ready. What the hell is happening? I don't want to.
I'll sort you out. Show your damn head.
Damn. Oh, something else. Find out what happened.
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Oder and Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad and Vector away
Oh,
too.
shit.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hannes?
They left with Jobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
Where did they go? Back to Rattay?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund?
More of a promise than a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce.
We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while. Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
My younger brother, Christopher. You've known him for half a day, so what?
Shut up!
Leave him be. He's right. I just met my brother. Only to lose him again.
Ah. What's the way to... Do not lose sight. While quickly and you place button to stay before these steps. There is a way. Okay. I guess there is a way to save him. Protect your brother. Alright, I'll protect my brother instead.
Jesus! They're surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
Okay, seems like they got it this time. Okay, let me change the armor first. Seriously. Who's coming after me? Inventory. Food. Okay. Why it says combat? I'm not even in combat right now. How am I supposed to switch it without the armor? What the hell is this, a joke? Okay, inventory, weapons. Mm. See? Hunting bolt. Pistol. Okay. Seems like I'm almost ready. Hmm. Nope.
Hey, get him!
But he's still standing.
What's your name?
Inventory. Can I use the potions now? Dude. I can't even use it. Gotta wait.
You! Wanker!
You're dead, you bastard! Dead! There's life on this old stand yet. This is what we've done here, Horsens. That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me.
Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get... Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Oder and Kunsch that Androtod. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hannes?
They left with Jobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
Where did they go? Back to Rapp?
They've got to raise an army for us.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce.
We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while.
Be so kind. And don't speak of the...
What happened?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
Anna?
You were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost. Good luck.
What do you mean, almost? What happened?
I got there in time to help him, fortunately. Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing it. Nothing.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally, the same as Rutard and Botchek.
Well, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on a fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghow took them.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Berghoff's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. We probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords.
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot. The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see him as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first.
Alrighty then.
Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know about it. I'll be with Christopher.
Keep on.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berghoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Von Aulitz surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. Very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Zizka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
Okay.
What do you make of this Brabant fellow?
He's unquestionably a remarkable knight, that battalion. He rambles on a lot, though. My head nearly bursts listening to him sometimes, although it was better than being stuck there alone. Otherwise, he seems to me like a bold and worldly gentleman, if a little obsessed with wealth.
I agree. He seems quite likeable, and he's got a score to settle with Sigismund, like we did.
He certainly has.
What happened when von Berghoff hauled you off after the Barkov battle?
It was a dreadful journey. Jesus, don't even remind me. It was a bit better in Malashov. Apart from being locked up, of course.
Did anything happen along the way?
No, but it took ages to get to Malashov. 4 or 5 days in that god-awful cart. I was travelling with von Aulitz's minions. They hauled me in one of the wagons. They treated my wounds a bit, but I was still in a really bad way. After that battle and all.
What did they do with you in Malashov?
Nothing much, actually. They took care of my wounds, and then stuck me in a room with Brabant. But they treated me decently, as befits a noble. Von Berghoff came asking questions a couple of times, but that was about it. Only I almost went mad from being cramped in that damned room. It's a good thing you got me out of there.
What was the problem with the room?
That I couldn't get out of there. You saw yourself when you came for me, didn't you? It's just that since Nabokov,
when they shot the tower right down on my head and I was stuck there. Well, since then, I don't feel well in cramped spaces. Actually, I never did. I always preferred to be outdoors. But since Nabokov, it's worse than ever. I had a feeling the roof would fall on my head again and I'd be buried alive.
I understand. It's a bit awkward for you that the nobility lives in castles.
That's a fact. Once I get my hands on my estates, I'll build a new castle that only has huge rooms and lots of spacious courtyards. And above all, no secret passages.
Great. I'm really looking forward to this new castle of yours.
You can be the castellan or something. Don't worry, I won't forget you. I'll even have a forge built so you feel right at home.
They didn't let you out at all. But you were in that room for ages.
No. They let us walk around the fortress a bit. We even went out for a ride twice, but they watched us like hawks. Not a chance of escape. But most of the time we were in that room. Like I say, I'm really glad you got me out of that hole.
What did von Burgov want from you?
Just the usual courtesies. The captivity of nobles has to observe certain formalities, you know? It's not like they can just throw you in some hole. They behaved fairly respectfully, but of course he was fishing for information about Radzig and Hanush, and especially Jobst. What they're planning, how many men they have on the field, who else they're negotiating with and that.
What did you tell him?
Nothing that he didn't already know. I played as dumb as the village idiot. I only told him they sent us with that message and discussed the rest when we were gone.
And did he swallow it?
I think he suspected I was bluffing a bit, and then he tried to loosen my tongue by letting me go hungry for a while. But he soon gave up when he saw he was getting nothing more from me.
My word. Nice work keeping him at bay. But the main thing is, you're alive and kicking. And back with us.
Indeed.
That is true.
Then we'll have enough. He's not a little boy anymore.
My Tempest
Soon he'll
lost
get
his
married
life
and
too.
have a bunch of children.
They put enough perils in him to knock down 3 like him.
What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already. One construct captured, the other off.
Damn,
crushed.
the horse is dead too.
What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, they brought it upon themselves. Watch. He's as greedy as a pig. And Hineg is... well, you know.
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
One construct captured, the other almost crushed.
We just loot this food so we can make some money from it.
God's punishment or not, they brought it upon themselves. Watch.
Even the horses are dead. That's sad.
Hineg is...
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
Didn't even spare the animals.
My Tempest lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him. What about your horse? Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
The hell? Damn, how many horns is died?
Lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived.
you'll come back. Or maybe the crows are feasting on us already.
One should another off. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, on themselves. Watch. He's as greedy as a pig. Here it is.
Leave it alone, two of you. Now we're in it anyway.
Dirty.
Well, leave the girl mountains. Oh, you almost did it.
And there's a lot of shit here. Move.
Maybe he'll come back. Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already. Jesus Christ.
How many men died? Seems like a lot of them. David.
What will happen to his lordship now? And to us?
We have to take care of young Sir Christopher and hope his father comes back soon.
Yes. The best thing we can do is doing our work.
What about this fool?
I'd like to learn.
Not now.
Tell yourselves together, damn it. And prove that this alliance isn't just a farce.
It's easy for you to feel your fortress is safe. Would be an admission of conspiring with King Wenceslas's supporters. End up on the gallows in two shakes.
Sir, you think Odin's bloodbath and bloodshed?
I don't think anything. That is live. So they must have something planned.
I knew it was going to be the dead is scattered outside.
We could easily have ended up lying dead outside.
But we did not.
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh. That makes two of us.
Just tell him. You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did you talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How the...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us then?
Nothing. Proof perhaps that both your God and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered a confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
Do you think it's really going to be that bad? Isn't it just scaremongering?
Wake up, Henry. That rabble is capable of anything. It would not be the first time. They would pillage their own neighbors if they could. But if they do it to us, they will not be punished.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I'll come. And Liechtenstein already knows about it too.
Very well. We should get going right away.
I'll be back soon.
Hurry up. Please.
I wanna check before I leave.
You did. Damn it. But I still exist.
Guards.
What's necessary.
Any need help? Anybody need
Don't mourn just yet.
Did I say everything right?
Nobody's here, which is more bizarre. There's cowards left. Lord Brookhart's clothes. Okay. Servant Dasha. Give me a minute. I need to do something. Alrighty. Anybody else needed help? Seems like nobody else needs me.
Otherwise, Ramos would be left without a war. No one knows where they took Ulrich.
Okay.
Don't mourn just yet.
Seems like I'm done. I can leave now.
Young Sir Christopher came out.
Alright, we're ready to
go.
Exodus.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course, I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but you're no great warrior.
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait either.
All right then. Let's go.
I'm not even in combat. Why the hell stupid game is acting up like I'm in combat? Just have to mount.
Hey there.
I need to load this damn game again. In that case, let's just check it out. Close the game for now. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow. It's pretty late here where I am right now, so let's continue. I get a chance again. All right. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Putting parrot protection like coil. Am I not wearing coil already? Hidden coil slot. Okay, I think I need to unequip the thing before I do anything.